Hello and welcome back to another video. Now this isn't a map download, this is some secrets about 4J that I am actually exposing. And the thing is, I feel like console players have deserved to know this, and also I want to give some reasoning on why updates might take so long. So I do hope you guys enjoy this video. If you do, just let me know. Like and subscribe, yeah, that's what I meant to say. That'd be great. But yeah, you can see the coordinates we're at right here. This is a world seed that I've randomly generated, and I'm going to show you a comparison in this world to an amplified world. Now this amplified world is not any random amplified world from PC. This is actually an amplified world from Xbox. Now what I've done is I've left some chunks unloaded, and I've done a few tweaks to the level.dat file to make the generator generate amplified to see if this may work in the newer update and all that. But I think this may have been working in updates prior to this. I know it was working about 2 updates before this. I haven't gotten around to making a video. Now this is the same exact world seed. Now if you guys can see it right there, there is that world seed. Actually, let me appear busy right quick just so all this stuff doesn't keep popping up here. Okay, so you can see that world seed right there. And now this is the same exact world seed, and I have not done this on a different title update. I've done this on this exact title update. So let's get straight to it here. I'm going to load up this world, and like I said, I've made the unloaded chunks generate amplified just to test this out to see if this would be a working thing. So yeah, you can see the major difference. We're at the same exact coordinates. You can see the map is very similar, but this is what amplified in console is going to be like. It's about half the height stretch of PC amplified. Height stretch is basically the world scale for how high the variations in biomes will spawn. And like say a default biome like the plains, and then that's a biome variant. But if you take taiga for taiga hills, like if you were to customize the biome weighting of it, then the taiga hills, if the biome weighting was higher, the taiga hills would spawn higher. But as a default height stretch for the entire thing, it is about half the size of the amplified on PC. So that's a pretty interesting concept, and I could even show you the spawn area that that was actually generated in default as opposed to this amplified. Now I think they will eventually add this in the future. The save time obviously would be a little bit more, and they may be trying to implement some type of warning about that, or they may be trying to generally improve this a little bit to make the biome variants spawn a bit higher, so that way it exceeds this mysterious height of, I think, 128 or something like that it normally would stop generating at. They may make a bit more of improvements to sort of amplify it up a bit when it comes to the different biome variants spawning a little bit more. But I did want to say something about when a new title update comes out, you got to take into account that they have to do all of the texturing to all the texture packs of every new item that they add, and they also have to, say for if they added, the new attack cooldown system, and then they added the shields so that way you could use your offhand. They actually would have to take this GUI right here and re-implement a new GUI. Oh, and look at, there's a small village that spawned over here. It's crazy. But yeah, they would actually have to implement a new type of GUI for every single type of texture pack to support the offhand to be actually used. And you gotta think about, like, say the new mob, the polar bear, that they recently added. You'd have to have that entity for every single texture pack. So you gotta take into account that texture packs probably could be a big weighting factor on like why it takes so long for them to actually implement a new update. And then again, when they do have new updates, they sort of, you know, it's pretty mysterious how they sort of include different textures from other things, but then again, it is not a proper block value, you know, block ID in the game. Um, and it may freeze your console if you try, because it's basically like an invalid block ID. But yeah, anyway, aside from all of that, you know, you could sort of see the major difference in amplified with console. I'm trying to actually get to this. There's this layer over here. Yeah, there's some type of area over here that will show you the drastic change from the normal to the amplified version. See, it's right here. So you can see this is what it would generate as normal vanilla, and then once they add amplified, it'll generate, you know, sort of a decent bit more. It's obviously noticeably mountainous over here, but it is about half the amplified structure. And also, I did want to say, within this update, they have taken a feature from, I think it's 1.10 or 1.9, where it does not allow the Mesa to generate past a certain number of blocks from the surface before it generates stone, because before it would just like generate Mesa all the way until like sea level, and then it would just change to stone by default. But now they've actually changed this feature, which is very interesting. And they've also added the there's also going to be the customized world type eventually. I know this from different name binary tag data that's in the level.dat file, and that suggests to me, there's these tags that suggest to me actually that it was called biome center. Yeah, it's called biome center chunk X and then biome center chunk Z. So those are the two different things, and these actually have to do with the weighting on the how massive the biome's going to be, basically. Not really biome weights, actually. It's more about the biome size and how it proportions the biome of one size being very large compared to other biomes being very small. And what I mean by this is you can get an entire, well, I'll actually show you. You can get an entire world that has like say a large amount of jungle. Like you could get a world that has a it's almost entirely composed of jungle, and then you get a little bit of these sporadic biome variants involved. Let's see, I think I still have it right. Is this it? It doesn't seem like it is, but customized world type. Yeah, well, I'm going to try it out. And this might be the world, this may not. This might just be something that is like a void world. That's what it looked like in the screenshot, but who knows. Oh, no, this isn't a void world. That was the ocean. So anyway, this is another seed that I've randomly generated. You might be able to see these coordinates. I think I have the vanilla version to this, but I have changed the biome scale to 14 on, well, no, I've changed the data value to 14 on biome center X and Z chunks, and I've changed the biome scale, I think, to 12. So basically there is a massive jungle here. Now this normally could be possible with a vanilla seed, but the difference with this customization in the world type is that it does not create any chunk error like amplified does. The transition is complete, and it literally does not create any differences in the world. And it does, you know, create I guess a large bordering jungle on the top of the world, but is actually able to have all these variable biomes in here, which really makes me question how 4J is actually gonna implement the customized world type for overworlds, not just flat worlds. But I think when they do, it's going to be entirely different from PC. And also when they add command blocks, I highly doubt they're going to let users actually type in their own commands. There's mainly going to be game rule commands, sort of like daylight cycle, TNT, mob spawning, mob griefing, all that stuff. There's going to be basic commands like game rule commands that can be triggered with redstone to be changed. So I think that that's more likely the thing that they're going to add just for adventure map purposes, and then they'll gradually add some more things like there, maybe even like summoning mobs. But then again, with it being a preset GUI and the user not being able to write their own commands, there'll have to be, I guess, sort of a waiting list of people that are just standing in line to make sure that 4J eventually ups their game and allows players to have custom MBT tags with entities that are spawned, or say items that are given to players. Well, actually, I guess it did create a bit of a chunk error. I did not entirely realize this. Like it didn't look like it for a while then, because like you could see how this looks very much normal. This really does not, and well, I guess this is the corner of it, so I could sort of see how this is a bit different. Yeah. Well, I didn't realize, but I guess there is chunk error. I didn't entirely realize that, but yeah, I will show you the vanilla version to that. You can go back a little bit in the video and see the coordinates to where I was at when I first spawned in. If I still have this vanilla version, I hope I do. I just wanted to show you guys that it is possible to actually get console to generate amplified based off of a seed, and that customized is going to be a thing. Let's see. I'm trying to find out if I still have it. I don't even know if I do. Well, I guess I don't. I guess I don't have it, but yeah. So I guess I don't have the vanilla version of that world, but I will say, guys, I did customize the biome center. Yeah, what was it called? I keep forgetting. It has to do with Biome Center X and Biome Center Z. So there's two different things that I customized, and I set the data values for that to 14, and I set the biome scale to 12 for that jungle to spawn in such a massive formation like it did. And the world seed will play a part in the other biomes that are sort of mixed in with it, that are not the more dominant biome that spawns larger, but it is sort of like a customized version of a biome size that I think they'll be adding, and that could be my conclusion on that, because it's not like large biomes, for the fact that other biomes that would spawn aside from that biome that spawned that big, which was the jungle when I set those values, the other biomes that spawned were not, they were variable size, they were not really massive. So I think that there will be an adjustable biome size GUI of some sort, but it may be just that they have not implemented all of the features within this customization for the world type, and that it will be similar to PC. So there's many different possibilities, but I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you all have a great day. And it's been your boy Rolling Good 002, just giving you guys some facts and all that about what could become in the future from some tests, and right there, evident proof that Xbox can generate amplified. So I hope you guys have a great day, and take care.